Daniel McCoy had been writing for as long as he could remember. As a best-selling author, he was no stranger to fan admiration. He loved interacting with readers, answering questions about his books, and even signing old, worn copies of his first novel. But when admiration turned into obsession, he found himself living in one of his own thrillers. It started with emails. At first, they were like any other fan messages, praising his writing, discussing themes, asking about upcoming projects. But then a particular sender, using the pseudonym Muse, became persistent. "I know what truly inspires you, Daniel. Your books speak to me in a way no one else understands." He brushed it off as an overenthusiastic fan, until Muse started knowing things they shouldn't. The disturbing turn it began subtly. Muse referenced things Daniel had never shared publicly: his favorite writing spot, his late-night walks, even the coffee shop where he outlined his drafts. Then one day he returned home to find an envelope on his doorstep. Inside was a single page. It was a passage from his unfinished manuscript. His blood ran cold. Only his editor had access to the document. Had someone hacked his files, or worse, been inside his home? When the second note came, "Your next book is missing something. Don't worry, I'll help you write the perfect ending." The investigation: Daniel installed security cameras, changed his passwords, and reported the incidents to the police. But without physical harm or direct threats, there was little they could do. He knew he had to outsmart his stalker on his own terms through storytelling. He announced on social media that he was shifting creative direction and would be basing his next novel on real-life experiences. A story about a fan-turned-stalker, one who made a critical mistake. The reaction was immediate. And so was Muse's next move. "I see what you're doing, but you don't understand. This isn't fiction. This is fate." Daniel knew he had rattled them. The trap: he fabricated an exclusive fan event, a special reading of his unfinished work, and made it known that only a select few were invited. The event was real, but the manuscript he would read from contained a fake passage, describing a scene in which the protagonist outsmarts their stalker by predicting their actions. As expected, Muse couldn't resist. They showed up, and Daniel was ready. With a private investigator in the audience and security cameras in place, Muse's real name, Amelia Porter, was caught red-handed trying to plant another gift. She had been a former intern at his publisher's office, using insider knowledge to get closer to him. The evidence was undeniable. The Justice Amelia was arrested for unlawful entry, harassment, and data theft. But Daniel didn't just stop there. He ensured that every publisher and literary organization was aware of her actions. The publishing world turned its back on her, making sure she could never exploit another writer again. Daniel finally finished his book, titling it The Unfinished Chapter, a nod to the nightmare he had lived through.